Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, running a late model open series race here at South Boston Speedway for week 8. A little bit late to the party, but looks like a top heavy field. It is pretty weak, like only 2200 strength field, but there's a lot of heavy hitters in here, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Could be a bit messy with some of the people in here, and the fact that it's South Boston and it's real narrow, and yeah. Just gonna do what I can in qualifying, try to put myself as close to the front as I can, be as far ahead of whatever may happen, and try to be on the inside row if possible. Not a great first lap, and absolutely terrible entry into one there. Just completely screwed that, so P7 to start and overdriving the corner, so lap 2 is going to be significantly worse than lap 1. Not good. Not a good effort. Car number 7, and we qualified 7th, or car number 6, excuse me, 14 in the split. We starting on the inside, got the goal that I wanted there. Top 5 is going to be what I'm shooting for. Most of the fast people are all towards the front. Just gonna hope that I have something that doesn't fall off too bad, and I can kind of ride with everybody, and then find my way back up towards the to the front by the end of it. So gonna get the race setup loaded. These will be live on the website. I've been up there for a little bit, so if you happen to want to run South Boston the rest of this weekend and Monday before the new week, definitely a decent setup. I'm still not making it look great, but it is a pretty good handling setup, and it's fairly efficient. Doesn't really fall off too bad. So 50 laps. Tried to run one of these. It was not good at all. Just had a ton of stuff going on. Some of it being my fault, and some of it not anything I could do, and people driving nuts. So hopefully this one's a little better. If I can get out of this with a 0x, I will be thrilled to death. If I can keep it 4x or under, I'll be happy with that. Like I said, there's some people in here that I could see making it messy. Thankfully, so far they're up in front of us, so I could try to dodge it if it happens, instead of them coming up from behind us and plowing through. But it's a weird split. It's pretty top heavy, and then there's like some people in the middle, and then there's a bunch of people that are lower rated. So not sure what they're gonna do, if it's gonna cause issues or what's gonna happen. So try to see what happens.
Follow car number 09.
Just gonna try to do the best I can. Want the brakes up. It's definitely I don't know. South Boston is probably, in my opinion, along with like Oxford and maybe Concord, this is by far one of my worst short tracks. I feel like I got better in terms of driving compared to where I used to be on it, but I just, for whatever reason, am not good here. I think the setup is a lot better than what I make it look, which is most weeks, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So just gonna do the best that I can. Like I said, try to keep it clean. We start on the inside, probably gonna give a little bit of room on lap 1 so I don't drive into the back of somebody, and see what I can get out of it. Definitely a second gear start though. We'll see if the 2 decides to go earlier, if he's gonna wait. Try to square up the corner a little bit coming out. Pace car's off.
Jake, here we go.
2 is off and rolling. I didn't quite get as good of a jump as I expected them to, but we're still working the inside of the 3.
Right there.
Just gonna try to do what I can to get by them, see if we can get ourselves up into 6th.
Still there.
Got the 3 tight to our outside.
Still there.
Trying to stay off of them. They get turned off the nose of 7. Don't think that was me at all. So up to 6 like I wanted. Feel bad the 3 got taken out pretty early. Take a look at that afterwards. Front 5 are kind of breaking away a little bit. Front 4 have. 9's falling off a little bit, but everybody up front's nose to tail. So watch out for any kind of contact that might happen out of that. And did not happen to see if there was a wreck or anything behind, but pretty big gap. 7's behind us, and then there's a gap back after that, so
the guy behind has just done a
just see what I can do. Feeling like we're a little bit faster than the 7 behind, although I get it way loose off the corner. Got got the right rear heated up a little bit, so let's get a little loose through 1 and 2. Got to back it down to save it. I think a 5th place seems pretty reasonable unless the 7 somehow finds a lot of speed. I think we're faster than the 9, just gonna have to try to find a way around him. Can't sit too long trying to get by him if I want any shot at the top 4, but I think the top 4's faster than me right now, although we'll see what happens later on in the run. 50 laps will go quick, but it's still quite a few laps here. 7's doing a pretty good job hanging with us. We're closing back up to the 9. A little bit of side-by-side between the 2 and the 5 up front. 5 gets back in line, so we'll watch out for any kind of contact and or somebody getting shuffled out, although with this gap between the 4 and the 9, I think if anybody gets shuffled out, they're going to be able to get by no problem. I think it's a little loose there off of turn 4, trying to get to his inside, clear him going into 1. Really throws a weird entry for me, so had to try to cut back down to keep the 9 from going underneath me. Hopefully should be able to start pulling away from him now. We'll see how long that stalls the 7 out. 1.5 back from the 4, so we'll see if we can start closing up at all on that group.
15.81.
Got some lap traffic up here, got the 10 up ahead. No real problems up front at all. At least not for the front 4, just dealing with slower traffic. Ten's losing it in the middle of 3 and 4, able to avoid them. It's going to allow the 4 to pull away quite a bit, but I'd rather avoid them and be fit still.
The gap in front has increased. It's now
I think it's a little loose right behind me. It's going to allow me to pull away from him on the backstretch. 8's going to be the next lap car up ahead. 2.2 up to the 4.
Your last lap time.
See if I can close in at all on him.
P5.
Kind of overshooting turn 3 a little bit there. Lost about a 10th that time, but not a very good 3 and 4 in front stretch. 9 goes wide. 7 looks like he's going to try to go to the inside. Longer they can run side by side, the better. But the 7 falls back. It's probably about a car length off of the 9 or so. 4's pulling away. So it's looking like a 5th place finish right now, at least. But we're only 15 laps done. 4's got an issue, not sure what happened to him. This is going to move us up into 4th. Puts us further back behind the 1, but
P4.
I'll take a free spot when I can get it. Guess there's a few things to be looking at after the race. See what happened to the 3 and see what happened to the 4. Closing in on the 8, going to try to work by him as quickly as possible. Check the gap to the 1 up ahead. Thinking he's pulling away by a pretty good margin. We'll have to see. 3.3 at the line.
That lap time
It's inside of the 8. That's going to pinch my run off the corner.
Clear high.
Able to clear him though. Yeah, I lost about a 10th or 10th and a half to the 1, but like I said, I was kind of getting pinched underneath by the 8. Couldn't quite clear him the way that I wanted to.
P4.
Kind of killed the lap time there. They're still pulling away, so we were a 4th or 5th place car. Got lucky that the 4 had issues. Picked up a spot we probably were not going to get based on speed. But holding steady. Leaders about 4 seconds ahead. It's about 2 tenths between the front 3. Just gotta hope that maybe they'll fall off somehow and I'll be that much more efficient on the tires, because losing about a 10th or so, but
You've just done a 15.94. The track
it's holding fairly steady.
It's now 82 Fahrenheit.
Still not yet to halfway, so long way left to go. And there is still plenty of time for something crazy to happen up front between the top 3 that could potentially give us a spot as well. If not, I'll gladly take a 4th place finish, pulling away quite a bit from the 7. No pressure at all from behind. 7 did get by the 9. Continuing to lose probably half a tenth to a tenth a lap or so. Front 3 works by the 10.
The gap behind's increased to
Have him
2.00.
in a few laps. Hopefully he won't spin again like he did last time in front of us.
All right, Jake, halfway home. Fuel looks good. That last
Quite a
lap
bit
was
ahead, but
16.00.
trying to do what I can. We are halfway done. Be coming to finish lap 26. Just 24 to go. Big thing for me now is just to keep an eye on the Delta, try to run as consistent a laps as I can. Probably could switch over to
Pretty consistent.
session last lap
Is
and
now 2.3 seconds.
try to find some
Lap
consistency.
No way to treat a lady.
Just keep it on best lap for now. A few more lap cars up ahead. 14, 11, 10 all up ahead.
Your lap time was at 16.00.
Move the brake bias back a little bit as well to try to help entries into the corners. Just trying to roll the center as best as I can. Right front, obviously going to have a little bit of wear, so car doesn't quite turn as well in the center, but trying to make the most of it. Get by this lap traffic as quickly as I can. It's tough because these two are running for a position, but obviously I don't want to be held up too long.
The gap behind is
Not
now
likely
2.5.
was going to get to him, but really don't want to get held up.
Yeah, I'm on right side.
Try to get to the inside.
He's still there. Keep digging.
See if I can get to the inside of
He's
the
still there.
14, get by him, and hopefully the 11 will just give way.
Still there. He's still there. Still there. Clear up high.
Oh, I just have connection issues. That was scary.
16.2.
And I have to watch out for that. Hopefully that doesn't continue. Yeah, that was not a good feeling when everybody disappears. Hopefully I didn't cause any problems to them. The 11's just not getting out of the way.
Front has increased to 4.6.
Right side.
Your lap time was 6.
Clear up
If I get by 11, you're a lap down. Thank you.
right side. Still there.
Oh, I lost so much time
Up on your-
dealing with the 11 there.
To 1.63.
He's still there.
And he still won't
Clear.
just let me clear.
You know,
Super frustrating that that happened. Lost a lot of time. 4's back up to 5th. Lost a ton of time to him sitting behind the 11.
That was a 16.19.
Wish he would've just
The gap ahead
let
is
me
now
by.
5.5.
And I have fun trying to stay ahead of the 4 now. Had a big gap, but my car's gotta kind of screw with that. Still puts me much further off from the front 3 than I wanted to be. Overdrove 1 there a little bit. See how long it takes the 4 to get by, knowing my luck. 14 and the 11 are just going to let them by. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Going to have 11 to go this time by.
The gap behind is now
Looks like
1.59.
14's moving high for the 4. It's 1.6 back. It's going to need to gain about a tenth and a half a lap, a little under. 11 just lets him by. That's just my luck, I guess. Yep. 11 just lets him on by. It allows him to get through much faster than I did. The 13 and the 10 are the next 2 cars up ahead. Don't know if we'll get to the 10 unless he has problems. We may get to the 13. He bounces it off the front stretch wall.
That was a 16.07. Okay, Jake.
Big thing is just to run as consistent as I can. do the best that I can to stay ahead of the 4 he is trying to work. Gap's at 1.7, so it stayed fairly consistent since he cleared the 11. Hopefully we're running the same pace and he's just running out of time to try to get to me.
The gap behind is now
7 to go this time by. Closes up a little bit. I had a bit of a right before.
On your right. Clear
Thank
to
you, I
pine.
appreciate it. 13 being real kind. Thank you to him. Lap 45 of 50. Can see a little bit of the skill gap that we were kind of seeing in this race. 5.6 behind a 5 for third. No chance I'm getting to them. And lost a lot of time with lap traffic, but I just don't think I was ever keeping pace with them to begin with. Orr's definitely closing up, but I think he may end up running out of time if I can keep it clean. 4 laps to go.
That's good consistency. Keep it up. The gap in front is
Like I said, I
increasing.
don't
It's
think
now
we're going to get to the 10 unless the 10 has some
Last
sort of
lap time
problem,
was
so
at 16.04.
hopefully just clean track ahead. Can try to drive it as consistent as possible. Keep the car in front of the 4. Realistically, probably a 5th place car, and I got the benefit of the 4 having problems. But sometimes you gotta manufacture luck and take it when you get it.
2 to go. That lap time was 16.
Laps to go. Keeping pace with the 4. This maybe might have been a 4th place car. It's hard to say. Just keeping pace with the 5 as well. That gap has stayed about 5.6.
Lap cars taking fun out of it every time.
But looks like we're going to bring it home in 4th place. Good finish. Nice to keep it clean. The 0x out of it. Overall,
P4.
fairly
There's the
clean.
finish. Good
A
drive.
couple issues to start, but overall not a bad race that way. Get out, check, see what happened. I'll see what happened with the 11 as well, trying to get by him. I want to see, the 9 was pretty slow off the start. Got going, he did get, he was to the inside of the 3, clears him. I got well to the inside of the 3. Kind of washed up the track a little bit going into 3, but not anything too bad. 7, okay, so that's what happened. Looks like the 7 just, I don't even know what he did. Let's see. So 7's going into 3, running the low line, gets a little loose. I think he was trying to correct it, honestly. I bet you if we go to the cockpit. So he's on the wheel, cranking a ton of it into the corner. And I think you're going to see him get loose at this point. We'll see if he starts turning it, if he has to turn it big to the right. I don't know if that's a correction or if that was him actually trying to direct the 3. I don't know why he would have. I'm guessing that was more of a loose and he just overcorrected and unfortunately he turned right into the 3. Just right into the 3 and hooks the 3 across. 3 just noses into the front stretch wall hard. Did he get hit by the 10 too, or is he... I think he did a good job keeping on the bottom. Yeah, he just spun to the bottom, so tough break for the 3 there. Not much he could really do, honestly. 12. It's going to get tagged by the 10. The 10's going to spin as well. Let's look at that from the 10's perspective. I think the 10 just came in a bit hot. Going into 1. Yeah, he just overshot the corner and gets into him. 11 actually almost gets into the 10 as well. Make a little bit of contact there. See what happens with the 2. He tags the outside wall. 10's gonna loop it right in front of me. You're gonna see me go by right there on the outside. What's gonna happen to the 4 here? He just got into the corner too hot and spun on his own. Nothing actually happened. That was just all on the 4. Just overdriving and spinning. 11's going to get the wall out of turn 2. 10 and 3 are going to go side by side. Bit of net code to the 3 there. 3's just having no luck in this race. 9's going to get the wall on the front stretch, pretty light though. 4 is going to get the wall coming out of 2. Yep, a little bit of tap on the wall there. 14's on the outside of the 2. Comes down and gets the 5. 1's going to get in. 5's going to get into the 11 and turn the 11, push him up the track. So that's how the 1 gets by the 5. 13 is going to get the wall out of 4. 3's going to get the wall in the backstretch. 9's going to get the wall in the backstretch ever so lightly. 9. Get the wall again. 13. 10's gonna get the wall. I think you're seeing a lot of wall shots off the corners. 10 gets the wall in front of the 9, almost gets the 9. 4's trying to get to me. It's gonna get the wall out of 4. That was it. So let's take a look at deal with the 11. That's what I mostly want to look at. See if I can find where that happened. Alright, so this is the point where I was catching him. Sitting behind the 14. Finally get by to his inside. Okay, where's my blink? Alright, so I think it's going to be close to this point. It's working. I was trying to find a way around him. Alright, so just a little bit of a shot, but I don't know. I mean, I misjudged it a little bit. Kind of rolled the center a little better than make it a little bit of a shot. Kind of sent him up the track and then tried to work. Thought I could get to the inside. Wasn't quite there. He pushes high. I get to the inside and then he finally let me go. I don't know. I wish he would have just moved over and let me by. It would have been a lot better. But take a look at the results. See how those did. Should be a hopefully fairly decent race. Like I said, 22-26 strength of field. There were some really good top heavy guys though. So, you know, the strength of field doesn't quite reflect what I thought it was, but able to get 0.08, so had a pretty big loss from the last late model race, so covered about a third of that or so. And plus 45, so just over 2,500 up to 2,520. You can see, I mean, the 4 was the 3250, 5 was the 3197, afterwards 6,300, 4,700. The 3 was 32. So there were some pretty good top heavy guys. About a tenth and a half off on the fast lap. 489 was your quick lap. And yeah, about a tenth and a half off of that. Realistically, if it would have been for the lap traffic, I don't know if I would have been close enough to the 5, but I think it would have been a lot closer, and it might have been closer to, you know, only a tenth off average lap wise. So not bad. I'll take that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. As always, the setup's available on Team Goon Squad website, which is linked in the description box if you want to grab it. Hopefully get the next race out, hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday next week, and give you guys some more time to see it and get to it. Should be an interesting one with the LA Coliseum, so feel free to leave any analysis of anything you saw. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.